It's Live with Regis and Kelly. Today, from the new film Fright Night, Colin Farrell. And she plays Lauren on the hit series Glee, Ashley Fink. And wild and explosive experiments, courtesy of Science Bob. Plus, singing superstar Josh Groban joins Kelly at the co-host desk. All next on Live. Now, here are Kelly Ripa and Josh Groban.
Yes, you are. Monday. I know.
Y'all are so sweet.
It's Monday, August 1st, 2011, filling in for Regis today, the one and only Josh Groban.
I'm back, man.
I have to tell you know, we have a webpage and we always put up upcoming guests on the show.
Right.
And you are, I think, the most beloved guest co-host we have
Really?
here. People adore you. And
I adore being here. This is my third time here, and I always have a great time. And you are spectacular. You make me feel so at ease because this is not my day job.
No.
This is, you know, I get very nervous. I get very nervous because I just did it, like, I did a concert a couple nights ago. I've got a concert again tomorrow night.
So
and
then
when I get the call to come and do this, it's very nerve-wracking, but I'm very excited to be back.
There's at least 165 people in here. So you should be terrified.
They sound like twice that.
Is that how many? Is that wrong? You don't know yet. Well, I'm going to predict.
I will count during the interview.
How has your tour been going? I was listening to you on the radio the other day, and you just have the most spectacular voice. They should.
My speaking voice?
I mean, your singing voice. How's your tour? Tell me.
It's going great. I mean, it's very, very fun. I mean, obviously the shows are really fun. Getting on stage is really fun, but just traveling across this very nuanced, very interesting country that we live in is
it's a great country, isn't it?
It's a great country.
Yeah, it is.
Give it up for the USA. Yes. That's right. I mean, you get to visit places you would never be able to visit, meet people that you would never be able to meet otherwise, find yourself in situations. I saved a baby bird the other night.
You did?
At a hotel in Philadelphia. I was walking my dog and almost stepped on it, and it was just kind of like hopping around and, like, you know, doing this thing with his wing. And I thought, oh my God, we have to do something because it was raining. And so I ran into the lobby and I got a shoebox and filled it with tissue, and I just kind of, you know, come on, into the thing. And then I went upstairs and started researching what should I do. And I looked up and it said, if you love it, leave it be. And I thought, oh, darn it. You know, I thought I did the wrong thing. It was a fledgling bird. I had called, like, all these wildlife organizations saying, what should I do? And I think it probably wasn't high enough on the food chain for any of those organizations to care. So we put it back on the tissue, under the tree, and in the morning it was gone. So I would like to think that Mom and Dad came and scooped it up and put it back in class where it belongs.
I'm sure that's exactly what happened.
That's what it says in the picture book.
It's most certainly exactly what happened.
I think so. I'd like to think that.
I had a similar experience. Who could forget Birdgate? I had a similar experience when I was visiting my children at day camp. Yes, I know, visiting at day camp. It doesn't make any sense. Why am I visiting children that I see every day? But anyway,
well, you're allowed to visit. My parents weren't allowed to visit me.
We had to go visit, and in the parking lot next to our car, I again almost stepped on a baby bird, and there it was, and it was the same. It had the mouth open. It was hungry. As soon as I got near it, it went.
Yeah.
So, you know, and me, you know, I've nursed 3 kids. I was like, okay, I'm coming. Just give me a second. I just had to figure out how this works.
Well, yeah.
With your beak and all.
I tried to drip water over it, thinking like it would be, you know, happy to a little refresh. It was just annoyed. It shook its head and looked at me like, really?
Oh, it's Philadelphia.
Yeah. Hey, you gonna give me this water? You gonna offend me with this? But yeah, no, it's great. But I I met a camp friend the other day. I have a lot of great camp experiences.
Did you go to sleepaway camp?
I went to sleepaway camp. I went to an arts camp called Interlochen, which is a wonderful summer program, and I studied theater there, and still so close with so many of my friends. And that's actually the other cool thing about the tour is that I get to, you know, sometimes those friends are now all over the country, and they'll text me saying, hey, here you're in town. Would you mind if we came by? And the other night in Connecticut, my friend Katie from Interlochen came by, and we kind of exchanged camp stories. And she was kind of like my camp girlfriend. Like she was like my first camp kiss. Ooh. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Scary things happen at camp.
Oh, behind the rehearsal shack. No. Is where we rehearsed. No, and she said, you know, I've got some pictures for you, and she opened up an envelope and she showed me some pictures that absolutely blew my mind. That I couldn't believe that she A, had these pictures, B, that she hadn't shown them to anybody yet, and I think. Yes, and so I showed your producers one of the pictures backstage, and it is very.
Do we have it?
I think we actually have it right here. Yeah, this is.
Oh, Josh, are you sure you want to show that?
Let's look. There we go. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that guy. That is. Yeah. That's a real man right there. That's a real man. Are you crying?
The greatest picture.
Which way to the gun show?
That was incredible.
Yeah.
That is a great shot.
Yeah, it's a great
shot. That could be from the movie Meatballs.
I was 73 pounds. Yeah, I don't know. I was, I had a Mr. Bubbles T-shirt on for whatever reason, and because you know, as you do, and yeah, I was the picture of masculinity back then. Absolutely.
And so this was like an arts program. Did you sing at camp? Did you get voice
sing
training?
at camp. Yeah. I was training in theater, so we did Shakespeare. We did musical theater. I was in Sweeney Todd. I was in Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh my gosh.
I was broom sweep number 3 in Sweeney Todd. I
guess you showed that.
But I would sit at the side of the stage and just like really root on everybody else. I loved that show so much. I was sentenced to death in that show, which was great. I was sentenced to hang. So the judge said, you were sentenced to hang by the neck until you were dead. And I'm just looking at him. I will. Yeah, it was fun. It's a great experience.
Now, are you the most successful person to come out of that camp?
Actually, I mean, it has an amazing alumni. I mean, it's got a great. Nora Jones went there, and so many people who've studied the arts there have now gone and been brilliant in the arts on Broadway. Great writers, great artists, sculptors.
This camp is going to get a huge sign-up all of a sudden.
It's great. It's a wonderful foundation, and my foundation is all about arts education now, and I think that it's because, you know, I feel like I was one of the fortunate ones to get that push, and I think that even if kids don't go into it professionally, it's amazing to have that foundation.
I really do. I couldn't agree with you more, and I think it's so important because more and more schools are losing their arts programs as budget cuts happen.
Yeah, I mean, as budget cuts are happening, it's the first thing to go.
It's the thing that really builds your confidence the most, even if you have no talent. Like, I had no musical talent whatsoever, but Mr. Beckley, our junior high school theater director,
Mr. Beckley welcomes all.
He was so incredible, and he said, you know, I know that you don't have the strongest voice, but you're really funny up there, and he gave me a really nice part, and usually, like, teachers can't get around the fact that you can't sing or you don't look the part, and he really encouraged me, and I always think of him as like being one of these people that sort of got me into show business,
well, yeah, and
got me liking it.
One type of art is kind of sometimes a gateway to another type of art, and the fact that you said, okay, I'm not great at singing, but he recognized that you were hilarious, and here you are.
And the fact that you referred to this as some kind of art is amazing.
This is art. This is. Yeah, it is. It is.
So just remember that, everybody. You're at the art show right now.
Yes. Welcome to the gallery.
So saith Josh Groban.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. No, it's true. This is it's amazing.
So how